He doesn't want any candles. He doesn't want any crying. He wants us to be ready to fight the power. Okay? Now, he's getting ready to pull up right now. And I want to make sure that we all welcome him and his family with loving arms, but also to let them know that we are going to fight with them, and we are not going to drop the ball on this, and we are not going to let Mitrice or Oscar Brown or any other young black person or black person, period, suffer at the hands of the police. Okay? Thank you for coming out. Now that is the website for all of the information going on with the Richardsons as far as this, you know, where we're going forward. Now we have sort of changed it up a little bit because now it's Bring Mitrice Justice. But the website is bringmitricehomes.org. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. Okay? We are everywhere. So there's no reason that you cannot find the information. There is a list over here under this blue tent of 10 things that you can do today to make a difference in terms of helping bring justice for Mitrice. And I also want to take the time to thank the black media. It was KJLH, it was all of our black newspapers and radio shows and radio stations working together to keep this forefront. Now I love my mainstream media, even though they mess things up sometimes, but it was the black media that got to the truth of the matter and always kept this story in the news. And that is what they're supposed to do, be our advocates. And so I just wanted to lift them up and to thank them, because without them, you guys probably wouldn't have known to even be here today. Let's keep it real. If there was no KJLH, would y'all have known to be here today? Let's keep it real. So did you want to Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, in cases such as this, first of all, I just want to thank the city of Carson. And I'm going to tell you why. I felt weak at a point in time where I felt like, what am I doing wrong? I'm being prosecuted by Malibu Weekly News. And I received a call from the NAACP president of the Carson Torrance chapter. Her name is Olivia Verrett. And she said to me, she says, Mr. Richardson, I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do something. And I just felt rejuvenated. And I got this burst of energy to say, I'm ready. Sometimes in cases like this, we don't always know the law. So what I did was I sought out the best person I could find to help me with this quest. This guy wound up being Benjamin Schoenbrunn, my attorney. When I walked into his office, I knew in 2 minutes I wanted to retain him for this case. This guy has an impeccable record at dealing with sheriffs and LAPD. And seeking justice is not about a black thing or a white thing. But when I sat in his conference room, I noticed something that my daughter loved in his office. He had the most beautiful view of the ocean that I have ever seen. And he told me when I came to his office, he said, Mr. Richardson, feel free to come here and smoke a cigar anytime you want. What that means to me is a lot of you guys probably don't know I smoke cigars. Another thing about Benjamin Schoenbrunn is, if you don't know me, I wear hats. And as you seen Mr. Schoenbrunn walk up here with his beautiful fedora, I just said, this is the man that's going to represent this community to help us get the justice. He gets mad at me sometimes, but he is all right. And I want you guys to understand what he's about to say, as he speaks to us as one. Mr. Benjamin Schoenbrunn, ladies and gentlemen. Thank
came here this afternoon to pay my respects to Mitrice and her father, Michael Richardson, and Lettice Sutton for their horrible loss of their beautiful young daughter. I have the honor of representing Michael in his lawsuit against the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department and deputies that arrested Mitrice Richardson on the evening of September 16, 2009, and released her in the early morning hours of September 17, 2009, into the darkness of the night, without any money, without a cell phone, without any way to get home. Michael asked me to represent him in the civil rights case to seek justice, and that's what I'm committed to do.
Yes, sir.
Michael has done an unbelievable job keeping this case alive, keeping his daughter alive throughout this time when all of you have helped support him and seek justice. Now he has asked me and has given me the baton to run the rest of the course to seek justice. And as I stand here today, I'm telling all of you, we're going to get justice, no matter what it takes. Thank you.
You would tell 5 people Mitrice's story and ask them to tell 5 more people, see, that's going to keep it going, okay? You go to the website, you get the information. Now, they wanted me to remind you that next month is 1 year. On September 16th at 12:38 in the morning, we will be walking from Los Hills, Malibu Sheriff Station. The black people are coming back to Malibu. Black people coming back and coming back with a vision. And we are going to walk as far as we can walk in the direction that Mitrice allegedly took off in. And again, I say allegedly because I ain't seen the video. I haven't seen it leave. So those who want to participate in that, there'll be more information on that. But I think that that's very important because, as the earlier speaker said, it could have been any of our daughters. It could have been any. For me, I just kept thinking about my younger sisters because I'm the big sister, and it could have been my younger sisters. And so it's important that we keep this alive and that we keep supporting this family. So I need you guys to sign the condolences cards or the celebration of life cards or just the cards over here. And those who want to make a donation to help make sure that the proper tests are done and the proper investigations are done, because like I said, if you leave it up to Sheriff Lee Baca, they're done. They're done. But we know they're not done. And the family is going to need help with that. So there are some boxes over there where you can make donations. You can put 1 cent in, you can put $1 million in. Any amount that you give will be appreciated in any amount. Okay?
There is definitely a strong sense of community here. There are tons of people here. I mean, I've come here to Leimert Park Village for a whole lot of vigils, but this is, a vigil that's a little bit unusual, where, the music is going, people are talking, there's a dialogue taking place, and this is a community that has been continuously hit by police brutality. We know that the facts still aren't in on this case, but we know that some justice has to be served. I think my T-shirt says it best. History has a way of repeating itself. And so in an effort to kill this cycle of police misconduct, I think it's important that we take this opportunity to begin a dialogue that begins to modify any systems that need to be corrected sooner than later.
Thank you both. You're arrested tonight. What should you do?
First of all, because I understand what's going on with everything with the Mitrice case, I would definitely need to make sure that I have my ID. I would need to have my telephone with me, and I would definitely need to make sure that I make some contact with people so they'll know my whereabouts. I cannot be somewhere without a purse, ID, some change on me or something.
I think the first thing you need to do is be aware that anytime you're arrested, you got to make a call. You got to make a phone call to your parents, to a significant other. If my daughter's arrested, she knows to call home immediately. Secondly, I'm not going to leave my daughter in any kind of jail. I'm going to go to that facility and check on my daughter to make sure she's okay.
But Malibu is harmless.
Malibu, Halibu, or Balibu, it don't make any difference. The fact of the matter is that as African Americans, we got to make sure that that our young people are protected and each of us are protected. Why was he down there?
And who
interviewed him? They said they were down there for the marijuana.
Yeah, okay, they said they was there, but I'm just saying, who interviewed him? How was the scene look?
Yeah.
Was there any pathology done?
Right.
Was there any DNA taken?
The biggest thing is, could you get there on foot?
They said you couldn't.
Who owns a helicopter? Do you?
No, but the sheriff department owns one.
What?
No, we don't.
The sheriff department on a helicopter. The sheriff department know those routes, how to get down there, and they found her. They said they had a report on the day that they identified her and said that they don't know that there was no wrongdoing. Who was the pathology that did it?
Well, how could they ascertain that just so quickly? How could they know?
It was all bones. They said she had no meat left. So
right, but see, I watched too much CSI, too much cold case, too much forensic detective, and they go through the DNA, they find hair fiber, because your hair don't stop growing.
Yeah, where was her hair? Because she had an afro that night. So this brings me to the question. I understand the jeans were not on the skeleton. Have you heard about that mural?
Yes, inside the tunnel.
No, the mural, yes, outside the tunnel.
Outside the
tunnel. It had all those naked women with
afros and everything else.
Why would somebody do that?
Because
a mural?
A mural of naked black women.
Where?
Right up in that area where they were doing the
area.
Right in Glory Hills.
So we're talking about something real strange.
Thank you. So that's the tip-off that something did happen.
Right.
To me.
And see, there are those of us in the community who think that one, we never saw her leave the police department, the sheriff department. We don't know what time she left. She couldn't have walked there.
And there's only one eyewitness that said at 5 a.m. they saw her.
Right.
But that could be a plan.
And I haven't even heard him being interviewed. Yeah. And if it was up to Molly Bell and Roland Bynum, they need to DNA test him too.
Well, there's a lot of questions that's got to be answered.
A lot of questions.
And this is ongoing. And one most important thing is this cannot be allowed to be shoved under the rug. We got to keep it out in the forefront. I don't care if the main media don't pick up on this or not. We still got to keep this in the forefront of our community and never, ever let this happen again. Never.
Jasmyne Cannick, this was a success. And people aren't leaving, have you noticed?
Yeah, I'm actually really happy about that.
Now, what's happening around here is everybody's putting the two details they know together, and they have a lot of ideas that I think the family should hear. What is the best way for them to share those ideas with the family?
You just go to bringmitricehome.org and you can directly email the family. There's no middleman, just you and the family. Bringmitricehome.org, and they're also on Facebook under Bring My Trees Home, and they're also on Twitter at Find My Trees, and they actually manage all of those. So you have no middleman, it'll go directly to the family.
Now you've been doing this for a year?
Almost.
So you've already looked at the phone records to the man's house who said he saw Mitrice at 5 a.m. to see if the sheriff called him first. You've already looked at that, right?
I don't believe the whole Bill Smith story. What I believe is that Mitrice was brought to the sheriff's station because I saw a booking photo. I don't even believe that she walked out of there at 12:38 because I haven't seen that video.
So you're going to look into all those little steps along the way?
Everything. No stone's going to go unturned.
Okay. Well, good job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Prayer warriors out there? All you prayer warriors out there, you know what you've got to do? You've got to keep fasting. You've got to keep praying because the struggle continues. But always
To God be the glory. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Stevie. Thank you, KJLH.
It's not easy.